everyone, this is Kevin Brenning with Campus Recreation. And I wanted to speak today about this idea of posture and talking about what's the best posture and what's the worst posture. If you imagine sitting up tall, do it with me. Sit up in the best posture that you can think of, wide through the shoulders, long through the spine, rolled forward on top of your sit bones with your feet flat on the floor. And now stay there for 2 hours looking at the same screen. How do you think you're gonna feel? Probably not that good. So the best posture, if held too long, becomes a poor posture. The conversation becomes, well, it's not really best or worse, or what's a good posture, or what's a bad posture. The worst posture is the one that doesn't change. If you're standing up at a standing desk, that's great. But if you stay there all day and you don't move around, then there's going to be some negative health consequences to that. The joint space is going to collapse because gravity's pushing down on you all day. If you don't change your depth of field with your eyes, we're looking at computer screens all day, right? We're going to develop some eye mechanical dysfunctions because our eye is not getting to change its depth of field. And I'm looking out my window right now, and I'm very purposeful with my self-care to take screen breaks and take movement breaks and get outside and allow my pupils to dilate in the sunlight without sunglasses on for a few minutes. And then I put sunglasses on, but to mix that kind of stuff in and make a purpose to look at things that are far away and then look at things that are close up, in addition to the changing of your posture. So I hope that conversation helps. I just wanted to bring it to our awareness and be conscious of it. Put little sticky notes, put little reminders on your email that say, it's been an hour, change your position, stand up, move around, go get a drink of water, go to the bathroom, but make sure you have to walk around the house before you go. Or if you have stairs in your house, take a couple laps up and down the stairs. That kind of stuff is so important, especially in these times when we're kind of in this rough spot of the movement opportunities are not as available as they once were. So it becomes really important to mix those into your day.
So here I'm just going to demonstrate some simple chair to stand and ground to stand exercises. This one, with your arms crossed across your chest, stand up, maintain your feet hip width apart, and rotate through your upper back to one side and then the other. Try to prevent your hips and knees coming with you, but they will move a little bit. Here I take a forward step as I stand up out of the chair. I leave my rear foot on the ground and drive my hips forward as I reach my hands overhead and get a nice long stretch through that hip flexor. Try not to let your heels come off the ground on that back foot. This one's a little more complicated. I stand up, take a preparatory step to the outside corner of the chair, and then step high onto the chair into a lateral lunge shift. Lunge as far as you're comfortable, and you can also do that in a forward position, similar to the forward step that we did before, but any kind of foot placement as long as you maintain length in your spine on all of these. And then finally, I just transition into a plank shape, an elevated plank with a little knee drive, which basically turns into a one-legged plank. If you want to stay in a plank for a breath, that would be appropriate too.
To give you an example of a ground to stand activity, start in a seated position, cross-legged, and just get off of the ground. If I were to get off the ground without thinking about it too much, it would probably look something like that. And I think that would feel pretty natural, so let's just break it down and be a little more purposeful in what we're doing. I would probably kind of shift over and take my top foot, put it on the ground. My opposite side hand helps support me to elevate my hips, and I can swing my foot around into a half kneel position and then stand up from there. So that's a simple cross-legged start, get up, or ground to stand drill. Mix those in every couple hours. Try to find ways to mix them in. So you can see kind of in the background, I have 2 kids and there's junk all over the place, right? Toys and stuff. When I go pick up that stuff, I try to put it in my head to say, This isn't just a chore. This is an opportunity for me to change position and to do some ground and stand drills and crawl around in the ground. Another example might be when you put on your shoes. Instead of putting your foot up on a chair or something to put your shoes on, go ahead and get on the ground, all the way down, put on your shoes, and then purposefully get up. Switch which leg is on top, make it different. Challenge yourself with these little creative ideas to sprinkle into your day.